muted. All right, we'll roll. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for sharing a little bit about yourself and your purposes and the time you've been doing it. So I'm going to just cover a few points, and then really the point of this is to have Subran talk about marketing, because I find that that's where a lot of people's attention is right now, which makes sense and is appropriate. So one of the things that I would just to start with, I've consulted since 1984. I started my company called International Executive Technology. And the point of me starting this company is a couple things. First of all, in America, every day, 17, and this is true of other countries, but I'm picking on America for the moment. In America, 1,700 to 1,900 businesses start every day, 5 days a week. That's an estimation. If you're a mathematician, you can calculate that. And over a 5-year period, and some of you have heard this before, I'm sure, but to just review it, at the end of 5 years, 80% of those companies are out of business. That means you have a 20% left over. Out of the 20%, how many people do you think are actually still smiling and prospering and expanding?
Probably 5%.
5%. Okay. Anybody else want to give a guess? Okay, so it's about 1.5%.
Oh.
Okay. You know, if I had everybody say, raise your hand if you want to actually be successful and happy in life at the end of the day, and yet everyone would go, yes. And the amount of people that achieve that is amazing. How many of you like to watch people? I would say probably most of you will like to watch people. I love watching people. And part of my job is to look at a company. So when I go into a company, I first of all, I embrace what is the purpose of the organization. And each of you, I'm sure, have a purpose on why you're doing what you're doing. And that purpose is actually crucial to be embraced, because your purpose should be obviously senior to money. You know, if you have a strong purpose, interestingly enough, if you follow a couple of points here, you're going to be successful. But James, you actually made a point that it takes hard work, and you have to be dedicated if you want to actually get on the other end and have a balanced life. So part of my reason in getting into the consulting world, I grew up in a very fortunate little village where people really sort of helped each other expand and shared business and referrals, and you know, it was a harmonious environment, and everybody contributed to, you know, the sports facilities in the local community. Well, that actually, to a great degree, is dissipated, and I call people sort of caught up in something. I call it the narcotic of now. It's a, you know, go, and it's almost like to breathe, to stop, and actually, whoa, where am I going? What do I want to achieve? Because most people, besides money, want to have balance. I have one of my clients that I began with years and years ago. The family and the company couldn't possibly spend all the money they've made. They have their own private jet. They have pilots that I work with. They have, you know, associations in many, many places in the world. But one of the things they weren't doing was actually smiling and actually having a balance, having good health, etc. So I would just say, first of all, make sure that you have written your purpose down. And if you haven't done that before, and you probably have, but write it down and make sure it's really something you can put your teeth into. So that's just number one. You want to check, go to the next slide. I just went over this particular point with you. Next, Subran. Okay, so I'm just, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So I've worked with very large companies, Fortune 500 companies. I've worked with lots of doctors, lots of lawyers, all types of health industries, et cetera. And in regards to making sure the purpose is achieved, the other point I want to share with you is when I go into a company, probably the most significant area of concern for companies, small or large around the world, is finding the right teammates, finding the right people. So when I work with a company, and this would be, of course, if you have some staff, I basically put the policy in that from that day forward until we're done with our relationship, nobody can be hired unless they go through my company. Because I find people sometimes are blind with their eyes wide open. I'll give you a brief little story. So one of the companies, a very large company, I went and worked with in New York City. And I spent about 3 hours before the meeting I was having with the owners and the key executives of the company. And I just watched. I just walked around and I watched and I observed. And I came up with a concept that I'll just share with you that you might just think with it yourself. When I look at a company, I break it down into players, those that are passionate, want to really contribute, are proactive and can think that help that company achieve its purpose. Those are players. Then there's the pieces, those people that come to work in your company, other companies, that are not necessarily overly ambitious in embracing the purpose, but they're good people. They're there for the paycheck. And, that's sort of where they are. And then there's broken pieces. And when you hire a broken piece or marry a broken piece, they are selfish, self-centered, and are only in the game for themselves. And some of them are very, very, very clever. And all of a sudden you go, what the heck? And they can actually wipe out players and put a great deal of stress on the staff in the organization. Any of you ever run into a broken piece? Yeah, they're not
Yep.
they're not going to make you healthy. You need to have, and part of where I come in is making sure that I help the executives in various parts of the organization open their eyes, and then I really address the subject of what it takes, the discipline it takes to truly achieve the dreams and the purpose of your organization. So I will invite you, and I think Tony or Sabran will show this, but I will do a complimentary business analysis. Part of the reason I do these is I just actually, in a sense, like Michael earlier, I just want to, at this point in my life, I want to help other businesses actually succeed so that they also can participate with their friends, with the family members, to stay healthy while prospering in their company. So there's a business analysis at the end. I invite you to take it as 100 questions, and I'll just be glad to walk through it with you based on your answers and show you where there may be, validate your strengths and maybe look at areas you might need to put some attention on to improve. So with that in mind, I welcome you to do that. I'm going to turn it over to Sabran, and he'll walk you through, and I think you'll find some things that hopefully you can embrace to immediately start getting more business in the doors for yourself in this coming year. So thanks so much for your attention, and over to you, Sabran.
I want to say something. This is Tony Chen, by the way, the organizer for the meetup group. So Sabran is the marketing guru here, and Ron Walker is the master of everything else. So for questions, so basically they're here to help you guys for a limited time if they're doing this for free. So the business analysis Ron just talked about is something that potentially could cost a lot of money for you guys to do, but he's doing this for you guys for free. Get it? He is amazing. So take this opportunity. I'm going to send you the link to how to do that. And after this meeting, I don't have the link right this second, but I'll send you guys the link later. And if you are interested to get assistance with starting your business or running your existing business, hiring everything, so do this little analysis and you'll get some assistance from Ron. Okay, that's it.
Fantastic. Great. Thanks for adding that, Tony. All right, great, guys. So I'll share with you, just sort of let my hair down and share with you first about myself. I've been doing public relations and marketing for 25 years. I was, I guess, fortunate that I knew right out of school what I wanted to do, and that I really had a passion for communication, sharing brands, building brands, and sharing news about incredible things. So I got right into it, but I always worked for somebody else until 5 years ago. And so because this is a meetup and we're all sharing about each other, I just wanted to let everybody know that at that mark, where I thought, you know what, it's time for me to break free and do, as an entrepreneur, do my own thing and help as many other small businesses as I could with this digital marketing, with internet and all these tools we've got available to us now. So that was at the 5-year mark. And I can tell you that it's a lot of hard work. It's 16-hour days, at least 6 days a week. But last year, and that's 4 years into this with Walker Kreative, my company, which is handling clients all across North America and a few internationally. At the 4-year mark is where things started to really roll. So it took that 4 years of incredibly hard work and doing almost everything yourself with getting a little bit of help to then push it over where it starts to feel like other people can work for you and other people can get things done. And the referral lines, the people talking about you and sharing how well you're doing for them starts to happen. And then it starts to double up. And in the last year, we've doubled the size of the company. So I just want you all to know that for me, that's my experience, is that when you're 5 years in is where we found all that hard work starts to really start paying off. So just my share with everybody from that perspective of this. Okay, so now let's talk about online marketing and what I do every day in my life for clients everywhere. A lot of my clients are medical practices like dentists and veterinarians, physical therapists, but we also have lots of other types of clients, from a flying car company to a florist to investors to real estate people. So we have all types of clients, but we do a lot of work with the medical profession. And the questions I want to sort of ask and answer today is, what is your most important target? What do you really need to do most importantly first? What is the best ad platform to use? Do I need a website? How important is content? And do I need video? All right. And this is all about how to get your dream accomplished as an entrepreneur, as a business owner.
Hey, Sebron, can I ask a question?
Of course.
Are you focusing mostly on B2C?
Yes.
Okay.
And when you say B2C, my C in that case is a business owner, but it's not. I'm not selling business to business. I guess I'm sort of a middleman in that regard because I'm doing marketing for a business to get customers in the door for them.
Right, but you're not selling. You're not helping them sell to another business.
No.
Okay,
No.
got it. Thank you.
Yeah, it's happened before, but it's not what I do mainly. So the first thing I want to talk about is building your presence and being there. And Facebook is a platform that is the biggest out there. And while we may not agree with their policies or the fact that they are actually an owned business and they are not the government and they can do anything they want with your content, turn you off if they want, turn you on, reduce what you can say. And that's totally okay, because the fact is it's owned by Mark Zuckerberg and it's not the government. So people sometimes get really upset about that, but that's the truth. But that being said, they are the biggest out there to communicate. And most of our businesses have to be on Facebook. If you're trying to reach millennials and this really super young audience, you might want to be on TikTok and Instagram. Instagram, of course, is owned by Facebook anyway, but you need to be on Facebook and you need to be sharing reality on Facebook. So many of my clients that are like, especially dentists and these people, the smiling photo of a perfect girl with perfect teeth or perfect young man with perfect teeth, no one cares. But the dentist at Starbucks and the fact that he likes cappuccinos with extra cinnamon might sound unimportant, but on Facebook, it's extremely important. And that gets a lot of engagement because now all the moms and families and dads in that community know that their dentist likes cappuccinos with cinnamon. And it's a little point, but a huge point, because the more you share reality on your Facebook page about what you do in your business every day and the doingnesses of your business, will start to get engagement and will get you part of the community you're in. It's really important, of course, for the small business that's locally targeting your audience. Of course, if you're a national corporation, that's hard to be local. So that needs to be recognized. But if you have local consumers, people you're targeting in your area, if you're starting there, then you need to connect with the community, be out at the parades, be out at, doing fundraisers, raising things, doing things with the schools, all these kinds of things that connect you with the community, and share that on Facebook on your business page, and have a Facebook business page different than your personal page. Share your personal life on your personal page, and recognize that, your consumers are probably going to see both, but really get into sharing business news here and what you're doing with your own personal life that's fun and family and whatever, and your pets on your personal page. All right. All right. So a lot of people talked about, and I know a couple of guys like James right at the beginning talked about advertising, and you need to, when you run advertising, you're trying to get, pay for this spot. And you can see here on Google and on Bing, and Bing and Microsoft and Yahoo are all intertwined. They're all the same platform. And then Google is Google, which is 85% of the searches on the internet. So, with Google, that's really where you need to be if you can be there. And then you have an older audience. The above 40-year-olds by survey actually are still on Yahoo, Microsoft, Bing. And you can advertise on there to reach that target audience. So like Michael, I don't know that you'll be spending money on advertising with your project, but that older audience is still on those platforms, and then sort of everyone else is on Google, and you can pay, and it's quite cost effective to pay if you're a local business to get those spots paid for. And then of course, beyond that, you want to really get into SEO, search engine optimization, with a website, with your online business listings on Yelp, Facebook, Bing, Yahoo, if you're medical oriented, Health Grades. And there are other places where you can get listings that all tie in with your name, the business name, your address, your phone number, so that people can reach you, and that helps you rank on Google. All right. So traffic. And so you need to be on Google, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. And these are all clients of mine and the channels we're building for them. And in a moment, I'm going to talk about video and how important video is. And because more than ever today, especially with a lot of people at home, they're looking at YouTube. YouTube is coming up with all types of new tools. They just introduced a YouTube Stories tool to compete with Instagram, so that if you post on your phone, we're all used to seeing YouTube as sort of a horizontal television screen format. Well, YouTube now has a vertical format, and if you film a video on your phone in vertical format that's 15 seconds or less and post it to your YouTube channel, right now you can get massive views, especially if it gets any interest at all. I'm not even saying viral, but any interest at all about how to do something, or just a funny thing you're doing to get attention. Because of course, what we're talking about here with all of this marketing is getting attention. So shoot that and post it on your YouTube channel. We just did that with the flying car company. And I know we're talking about a flying car company, but it was just a test of hydraulics. It was not a big deal. It was not flying. We shot a 15-second video in vertical format, posted it. It had 8 million views out of nowhere. The beta test that YouTube is doing right now is in India and some other foreign countries. A lot of the views were in those countries, but you know what? Those views are okay because it shows you're getting massive views. So no matter where people are looking at your channel, whether they're in California or Illinois or Canada or whatever, they're seeing that you're getting that much attention. So that's a quick way to get a lot of views to your YouTube channel. And at this point, would it be interesting to everybody if I actually went into a YouTube channel and showed you how to optimize your YouTube channel?
Yes.
Okay, so give me I can't see
Yes.
everybody, but let's do that. Let me see if I can, I don't want to stop sharing. I need to change my screen. Okay, I think I might need to bounce out of the share,
Mhm.
and then I'm going to go back in. Okay, let's see if this works.
And when you're sharing at the bottom, check the two little boxes about optimizing for sharing. There are two little check boxes at the bottom of the screen. Make sure you share it because that helps you make the videos you show clear.
Okay, good. All right, so you can see on my screen right now,
Mhm. Yes.
you can see this YouTube channel.
Yes.
Okay, this is a YouTube channel of a client, or this is just YouTube right now, but I'm going to click on, so if you're on YouTube and if you have a Google account, set up a Google account, and from a Google account, you set up a YouTube account. All this is pretty straightforward. If you are on Google and, you'll create a Gmail, you'll create a Google My Business page. These are all really important things as a small business. Create a completely optimized, filled in Google My Business page. And then while you're also on Google, you're going to set up your YouTube channel. And from Google, you have these set of boxes, 9 boxes. They're all apps. On your Google page, you'll see them. And then here on YouTube, you'll see the same set. Your picture will be here, or maybe an initial. So I'm going to go to the channel. Welcome to Exotic Plants. And I'm not sure if you can hear that, but I'm going to just.
Yes.
So what that was you go to the channel, and of course it has their branding at the top, which we've set up. And you set up the channel so that as soon as someone lands on it, it gives you a welcome video, which is this video about the company. We shot these videos. Walker Kreative is very into premium level video production as part of the package we do and the strategy we do with our clients. But you'll see here what we've set up with them. And this is the premier indoor plant, exotic plant company in Sacramento, California. These guys are the top. An incredible, almost museum of plants in Sacramento. And so you can see here, channel keywords have been optimized. So the channel has been, when you're talking about search engine optimization, SEO, you have keywords, you have tags. You can see keywords here. And we've gone in and done that. Now I'm going to show you pretty rapidly how to do that for your channel when you start setting this up. So you go to customize channel, you click that there, and you'll see that once you set up your channel, you can customize channel. And so you'll go to channel customization, and it has layout. So you have a channel trailer. So this will be blank when you go here, but what you do is you'll put a trailer for this. Now you can use your phone, and you can get literally some of the, like, buy this on Amazon, a little tripod for your phone or something. I mean, we're talking now, there's obviously 2 types of businesses that we could be talking about. And some of you are in different categories. You could have, you're starting something brand new. You don't have a budget. You may not even have a website, and you need to just get going and, put in the work to build it. And then you might have, some of you are a company that's existing and you have some finance, you can do marketing, you can buy equipment, you can buy a great, desk mic, like a Yeti Blue mic, so that the audio is great when you're doing webinars like this. And you can have equipment, you can have a tripod, you can have a nice camera, but all that is not necessary to get started. Get something that you can set up your phone on, a little tripod, and use your phone to create videos that educate your audience about you, your company, and your products and services. Like a great sort of system for thinking about it is address a problem, educate about a problem, and then tell them how they can get to you to solve that problem. A great way to think of it is ask a question. What's the biggest problem your target audience could have? Ask a question and then use the video to answer it, and then tell them how to get that solution. So so back to this. So you get a channel trailer, you can set that up, and then you can have a feature video for people that are returning to your channel who have already subscribed. And then you go to branding and you can put the picture of yourself. So you see you have layout, you get that done. You have branding and you set up a photo of yourself or of your logo. You have a banner image and you can right here set up that, and you saw that I showed you at the beginning, it had the plants and it had their logo and a slogan. Set that up, right? And then you go basic info. You can write all this information about the company, how to contact you. You can add this is going to be a channel URL, which when you've gotten enough people viewing you and subscribers, you can get a customized one. But you can now have links to your website right there on your channel, your Instagram account, your Facebook account, maybe your LinkedIn account. And then you can have contact information. You can add an email so people know how to get to you. You also, so that's setting up the basic information about your channel so it's optimized. Now we're going to go to how to set up the keywords and tags for the SEO aspect of your channel. So you go to settings. Okay, I'm going to go back to this. So along here on this side, on the left side, so you have your dashboard and your customization, but you go down to settings, click settings, and it goes to channel. So here is where you're going to be operating in your country you're operating in. This is your keywords, all the keywords about your company or your products and services. Now, another word in this industry is long tail keywords. So you might have indoor plants or exotic indoor plants, but you might have exotic indoor plants to take care of during COVID. So you can have long keyword phrases that people might search for, and you can put those in here. There's a limited number you can put, and it'll stop you at a certain point. Then you go to, let's see. Okay, so then you go advanced settings. No, we don't need to do anything with that particularly. Okay, upload default. So every time you post a new video that you've created, you will set up that video with information like, on YouTube, you have the video, and then below that, you have all this information about the video, or you say what I'm talking about in this video or what have you. But there's also information like tags related to that video. What is that video talking about? Well, you can pre-set up everything about that video here. These are called your upload defaults, so that every time you post a new video, all this automatically is loaded into that video for you. You can have a general statement of the name, of the title of the video, a description of what the video is. You can say, I want it to immediately go public, or you can change that to private or unlisted. And then you can have all the tags for that particular video. And in your industry, you might have common tags that are sort of always going to be the same. Put them all in here now as your setup. Okay. And then from then on forward, every new video you post will have all this already preloaded. You can adjust it if that video has something particular, unique, what have you. You can adjust it when you post the video. And so in this way, doing this, you will have your YouTube channel set up to win. And then it's just a matter of telling yourself that you can do it. You can look at the camera and you can share your story. You can you can sound informed and knowledgeable to your target audience about what you're trying to sell, whether it's trying to talk about real estate and how to get your curb appeal set up, or it's how you build websites and the different types of web platforms, like between Squarespace and Wix and WordPress and fully customized web building, and what's the best choice to make. And, for me at different levels of business, or that we're, trying to help senior citizens that don't have access to the internet and need to do this, this, and this. And, when you're at this age bracket, these are the things you run into. And I know it because I'm one of you. And this is what we need to be doing to help each other, blah, 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 blah. You tell that story and you start recording those videos and uploading them to YouTube. This will be a key tool for you as we move forward in this sort of new world we live in. When people are at home watching a lot of videos, to introduce your brand, your passion, and what you're doing to help people. Because of course, as we all know, it's going to show through when you're talking about serving them and helping them. That's why you're doing it, beyond doing it for a paycheck. Of course, we all need to make money, but that's not why we're doing it. So there we go. I wanted to share that with you because I talk a lot about video. I do video all the time, and I wanted to help everybody, hopefully, with setting up your YouTube channels the right way. So with that, I'm going to
Brown,
stop sharing.
Will you
Yes.
Will you take a question?
Yeah, go for it.
How do you designate the trailer video though? Which video is going to be your trailer?
And let's go back to the dashboard and then to customization. So when you are here, if I clicked change video, if you've got, let's say, 3 videos on your YouTube channel, until you have a video, there's nothing you can do here, right?
Right.
So you got to have a couple of videos, and I say a couple because you got 2 choices. So let's say it's 2 to start with. So it will ask you here when it's blank, what video do you want to put in there?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, great. Yeah.
One other comment.
Mhm.
You talked about a tripod for your phone. Tripods nowadays, you can buy them with ring lights, so you illuminate your face.
Right.
And they're about 15 or 20 bucks, which is almost the same cost as a tripod. Just for your edification. I bought a 10-inch, but if you're using the phone, you could get away with an 8-inch, which are really cheap.
It's a good point, Michael. And that's who's talking, right?
Also, I do have a question. Do you have to have a subscription to create a channel? On my account at YouTube, it's not available for me.
You, a subscription, no. I mean, YouTube, and sorry, I don't mean to be answering the wrong question here, but YouTube, of course, is free, and there's no paid version. So you just sign up, you just create a Google account, and from there, a YouTube channel. You cannot do certain things until you verify your YouTube channel. That is extremely simple. And all you need to do is, it's really just clicking a button where it sends a text to your phone. And what you're fundamentally doing is sharing your phone number with YouTube and Google. And then they verify you. And that means you can do certain additional things. And then beyond that, you get a custom URL, like, youtube.com/Walker Creative. Once you have, I think if the number is 100 subscribers, you can do a couple more things. Did I answer the right question?
Yeah, you did, but I am verified and everything. It's just when I click on my icon, it's not available to create a YouTube channel.
That's odd. Can you do it on your desktop computer? And it's hard to, we're going to go through this webinar, so it's hard to dive into.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am on my computer, but okay. I was wondering if I was missing something, maybe specific to my account. Okay.
I don't think so, but go onto YouTube and, Google within YouTube, maybe your problem you're running into, and there probably is a video about it.
Thank you.
Is he signed into Google with his Gmail account?
Yes.
All right. Great, guys. Well, I'm going to keep moving. I'm not sure if I have to, I'm going to stop sharing and then reshare to get back to the slides. All right. All right. Are we back to it? Everybody can see my slides?
Yes.
Okay, excellent.
Yes.
All right. And is Facebook effective? A lot of people ask this, especially if they haven't been getting anywhere using it, and it takes time. There's what seems to be overnight successes were always years in the making. I've never really heard of an overnight success that wasn't that way. This is a great example of a client who's a veterinarian in Illinois, and they've been building their YouTube channel up for about 3 years with posting almost every single day, sharing videos of things they're doing, working with pets, things like that. Then when they've built up their followers number to at about 2,500 followers. We run advertising for them. And what's really interesting is when you've got a lot of engagement and people are paying attention to what you're doing, your advertising itself not only works to get new clients, but it also gets its own engagement. So this is an ad. This is a carousel ad. So it's pictures and you can swipe past pictures. And this, in this case, is sharing. They do dental on small animals and they take care of funny animals like llamas. And it's an ad to talk about their services. But the ad itself got 183 likes, 14 comments, and 14 shares. And on the right side of my screen, you can see these are comments about this company to an ad, which is actually very uncommon, where an ad itself is done so well. And I'm not trying to toot our own horn, but it's an ad is done in a way that gets a lot of engagement. And that's because we've worked with them over years to build up their following on YouTube with really engaging posts, and it's really sharing what they're doing in the business. Veterinarians have an advantage over all of us because they have kittens and puppies in their scene, and we don't all have kittens and puppies. But kittens and puppies are blowing up the internet, and they always have. So they win when it comes to that. But if you can, I mean, and get a pet. I mean, have a pet in your feeds. It helps. So there's a massive business tip right there. Get a puppy. All right, I'm kidding.
I have a cat.
Good. Well, you have an advantage right there.
Fat one.
If it's a funny cat.
Fat.
Okay. Well, this is just another example. I don't know what I was sharing with this. This is just another example. Okay, so, oh, I know what it was. Okay, so Grapham Solutions, interestingly, they are a web company, and we are doing some advertising for them. And we partner with them on certain occasions. But you can see here, way over here on the left side of my screen, 14,478 people like this page and are following them. And we did that on purpose to break the 10,000 mark. When you break the 10,000 followers mark, and we used advertising money to drive that following number up. And those followers are from all over the world, but mostly from North America, which is where they're targeting their customers. And when you break the 10,000 mark, the algorithm on Facebook starts basically rewarding you for that and giving you more engagement, giving you more followers, and sharing your ads with more people. And so it's just a little strategy point that it doesn't cost too much money, but we are talking of, in the thousands, but not too much. That if you invest in building your following, it makes your page look good, but it also actually sort of makes the Facebook algorithm work to your advantage because you're a big deal. You're obviously important. And so they show it to more people. Okay. This is why I wanted you to see this. Okay, so that's a stop. This is a surgeon in Nashville that we're working with. And we did this little video, and it's literally just white words on a black background. And it's using a piece of software called Animoto. And take a note of this because it's a really cheap subscription. And it gives you the ability to make little videos, slideshow videos. And it's a tool you can use for your social media. And you can post it to almost every social media platform and YouTube to create videos with pictures. And you can add words and music and all this kind of stuff. It's a great tool. And so we ran advertising with this Animoto video, and it got a bunch of engagement. It was the highest engagement I think it was in February for them, with an ad of things you can solve with getting, let's see, just regenerative orthopedics. All right, and here is this website point, and this is something that James, I was sort of talking about for James's benefit, but other guys on here as well, is what kind of website should you get? And there's everything from free to really expensive. And if you have no website, you don't need to think you need to pay somebody $5,000 to get started. So you have custom built websites that can be, you know, as much as $50,000 or in beyond that. You can have sort of what's more normal, which is a WordPress website that's maybe going to be in the many thousands of dollars. But then there's Squarespace and Wix, and we tend to use or advise Squarespace. It's very easy to use, and it's, I think, and somebody else on here might know the exact number, but it's something like $20 a month. And it's a drag and drop kind of website. Amigo Animal Clinic, this one over here, is a WordPress website. This is a video background. It's very slick website. And then this Exotic Plants one is a Squarespace website, and we've really built it out with a lot of content. Great website. And that is Squarespace, very inexpensive. And like I said, something like $20 a month as a subscription. Whereas WordPress is going to be more than that. And then you can do a free website on the Google platform. If you set up a Google My Business account and you can set up your YouTube channel, Google actually will just sort of through a drag and drop, very simple website. And granted, like there's no blog, it's very little content, but it is a website, or it's more like a web page, and it's totally free. And you could actually set up Google ads and drive traffic to that Google website, and just get going with that for, you know, basically no cost or the cost of ads. So that's just sort of your levels of website options. All right, video marketing. Well, we've talked a lot about video marketing, but there's no question. I don't think anybody on here has a question about how valuable that can be. And I'll say the point here, and I've made a note there, is communication, connection, and trust. We all know that when you've achieved that level, the key thing you have to achieve to get business is trust. When a customer trusts you, they'll buy from you. And until that point, they're going to keep looking and do a little research and this and that. But at the point their research leads them to the trust is when you're going to get the sale. And video helps speed that process up because, of course, with video, you're seeing their eyes, you're hearing their voice, or they're hearing your voice, they're seeing your eyes, they're seeing how you talk about your subject. And just like you're seeing me talk in this webinar, you know that I know what I'm talking about, that I care, that I want to educate you to help you do better in your business and improve your marketing. And so I've built some trust with you. And so that's what video does. And it makes it fast because it's real. And so you can see in this statistic of this survey, there's a massive survey done last year of consumers and marketing people that above every other way to contact someone, 68% of consumers want a short video that educates them about your product or service. So more reason to get willing to get in front of the camera. These are all examples of clients, from vets to functional medicine, to dentists, to orthodontists, to pet therapy. All these clients are using video to build trust and educate their audience. And so nurturing relationships. This is an example of these statistics here, and you can see this is a client that's been with us for 3 years, first year, second year, third year. And what that graph is showing is we have a complete marketing strategy in place. And I guess the point I want to make with this slide is that it works. And if you dedicate yourself to doing it and making it work with the knowledge that it will if you do it, then you're going to win. And this dentist went into a contract with us. We started this point, and 3 years in, he's doubled everything. It got to the point where he said, we have to slow down. My wife is pissed. I'm not getting home. I need my weekends back. And that's the problem, is that the online marketing program, it took 3 years, but he's totally winning and getting too many clients. And so he had to like relax and get more conservative and not push so hard. And that's great. I mean, it's okay. I mean, we like to push hard, but that's okay. But it works. It works every time when you do all the parts you need to be doing to attract attention and build trust, and do it on platforms where your customers are. All right. So this is, again, just more of what I'm trying to say is you have a plan and you execute it and you get results. And these are just more statistics of a different client of we executed it, and you can see the graph, and you had a 492% increase in website traffic, 200% increase in monthly average conversions, 15% increase in new clients, despite losing a doctor and COVID last year. That's their last year's graph. And this particular strategy, you can make note of this, it included Google ads for those top positions when people search on Google, like dentist near me or website builder near me or real estate agent near me. That's your Google ads when they're searching for an exact type of service. Then you have Facebook ads, which are more aligned with an offer, like $59 first service, whatever that means, or springtime special. Facebook ads are good when they're a special offer, which is going to get someone in the door because you're giving them a discount or a free blog related to your services. We did blogging every month. We did email. We did video. We SEO optimized all their online business listings, their website, and so forth. And we did organic social media about what they're doing at their business. So those are the things we did with them that got those results. So what are the winning combination of tactics? These are them, is get good at social and use the social platforms that your target audience are on. If they're super young, then get good at dancing on TikTok. I'm sort of kidding, but whatever, you got to know. You got to know, and it's probably going to be Facebook. It's probably going to be YouTube. It probably could include Instagram. And if it's business to business, it'll include LinkedIn. And you need a website to drive traffic to get to tell anywhere, whether you're giving them a business card or you're talking to them at the coffee shop. It's great to have a website that people can go to find out about you. So it can be free to Squarespace to WordPress. And James can probably talk to you all about all the different options about that. Probably Anthony too, and someone else I think on there. And I know Michael knows about these kinds of things as well. Paid ads, Google, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube advertising is massive. Once you get good at figuring out YouTube, and it's not going to happen right off the bat, but you can do ads on YouTube using the Google ad platform. And YouTube ads, when you've gotten to the point you can do them and you can create an ad that's a video ad, YouTube is the most cost-effective, highest impact ad platform out there right now. That's where we're getting the most impact, but that is a higher level of marketing because you need to know how to build those ads. You need to shoot video, you need to create a nice 24-second ad and get it up there and then have the marketing money to put against it. But comparing to Facebook ads, I would say YouTube ads are way more effective for the amount of money they cost. And it might only be a couple $100 a month. It doesn't have to be a lot of money to get going on that. And then SEO. And SEO gets this whole mythical, deep, complex thing. It's not just setting up all the things we talked about in this, about your keywords, your tags on YouTube, on Facebook, setting up your Google My Business page and getting your website done properly. And again, there's professionals out there you can work with to get that done right. And then getting into video and blogging and this kind of thing. Okay, guys, I have downloaded it. I think everything I've got. This is what's working. This is what we're doing with our clients. I hope it's helpful. Give me some thumbs up if this is getting across.
This is great.
All right. And again, put your contact information in the comments or in the I think it's not really comments, it's chat in the chat box, and we can share information. And I'm going to stop sharing. I think that was my last slide. Yeah, we're here to help. So from this point, you can do the business analysis, and Tony will give a link so you all could do the business analysis, and then Ron will get back to you, my father. And then if you really are looking at, you want to work with an agency, then of course, I'm totally willing to get on the phone with you and spend some time with you. But beyond that, Tony does a great job at setting up these webinars. And so we will do more of these. About every 4 to 6 weeks, we do these. So, and we'll take up other subjects and other details. So that's another way just to keep getting educated on this stuff. Great. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. There we are, guys. Was that
Wonderful,
useful?
Very
wonderful.
useful.
Great.
Yes, very good. Thank you both.
Wonderful. So what I will have, so there are two things I will send to you later. One is a link to do a business analysis. It's something you can do for free right now, and to take a look at how you're performing, whether you're prepared for be successful or not. It's an eye opener. I don't know how many of you have done a personality test before. It's sort of like doing a personality test on your own business. It's amazing. It's fun, but it's also very eye-opening. So that I'm going to send you a link for that. And we're basically picking Ron Walker's knowledge base when you do that, and you get a personalized answer from him when you do that, and it's very helpful. And if you want help with your marketing, Sabron Walker here is a person to contact. Make sure you, I'm going to send you that's the second thing I'll send you, a video, a link to the video of this webinar we just did. So you can review what he covered. I know he covered a lot of things. So
Good. I was taking screenshots.
There we go. I'm gonna, yeah,
Well,
I'm
you'll
gonna
get the
send,
video.
yeah, I'm gonna send you the link to this video, so you get to review this stuff later if you wish, and you can contact Sabron. Sabron, did you could you share your phone number and contact information in the chats if you haven't yet? This way people can contact you directly.
Yes. So I just shared my YouTube channel so that you can subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want other videos. There's all types of videos on there. And I do new videos from time to time to dive into particular aspects of marketing or what's working in marketing. So check out the Walker Creative YouTube channel, and that's Creative with a K, and subscribe to that for that kind of stuff. And then if you do, are you looking at a marketing agency, then I'm going to put my phone number there. There we go.
All right, great. So you guys can see what's in the chats, right? You can just click on the little bubble, chat bubble, and you will see the chats. What I'll do is, I guess I'll send you the chat, a record of the chats from this meeting as well. So this way we can connect that with each other. You know, it's a large world out there, and we're all in this meeting. We're sort of like a little group here. So one thing about building success is building more relationships, building your network, building your circle. And this is a great connection we just had here. All right.
Great. Tony, thanks a lot for setting this up and giving us all a chance to share.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Tony.
All right, great. So I'm going to end
Good to
off
see you
now.
guys.
Thank you, everybody, for coming.
See you guys.
Have a great
All
weekend.
right. Okay. See you guys.
Have a
Thank
good
you.
weekend.
You too.
Bye, you too. Thank you.